Hello everyone, I come to you with some distressing news. I am no longer the second most autistic channel on YouTube. It's actually been for a while now. I just didn't realize H Bomber Guy had two channels, so I've been demoted to third place. But don't worry, I will still make Islands of Insight content for you. And I'm hearing a cube somewhere, so I'm gonna find it. I think it's above me. Or this way, maybe? It's there. Alright, let's just, dang it! Dag nabbit. Okay. So in today's episode, what I really want to do is take care of some easier stuff, because I've been doing some really hard enclaves. I still haven't finished shifting in phase. I'll probably do that in phases. So this time, my main focus I think is going to be this, Wildwood Quest for Perfection, which will not be easy necessarily, but other than that, I'm just grabbing puzzles that I find. I think this just has to be filled out all the way, so we want to connect all dark cells and all light cells. Well, we have to do this, we can't have checkerboards. We also have to do this, so the 4 has to be that. Let's see, this 4 has to at least go that far. This 2 can't go there, so it has to be this. Well, we're not going to connect all light and dark cells that way. This will overload. No, this is still possible. I made an assumption somewhere that I don't even know what it was. But other than that, it was a much easier puzzle than I've been doing for a while. We got some spicy lore. A debate is a bridge between minds. You obviously have never heard of Ben Shapiro. Because in that case, a debate is between Ben Shapiro and someone with a mind. Let's try this. Oh, there's more. Okay, hold on. There's more there. And then that's that. So we've got this guy. Are you a flight person? You might be a flight person. There we are. There's another one up here I could probably solve. And you're a flight guy. Neat. Takes care of 2 of the shy auras. And there's a cube here too. I've realized as I've been delving through my save stats file that cubes are actually something I have not collected a lot of. There we go. Like, I've got a lot of hidden rings and arches. I've done over 100 of both of those, but I've done less than 50 hidden cubes total in the hub worlds, I think. And no, the ones on the Riverland Bridge don't count. Those are static puzzles. Those are part of a trial. So, anyway, to do the thing I was thinking about... Actually, you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to head back over here. This is the Myopia Arrows. Every time I reload the game, those puzzles will reload, and it's a set of static puzzles. There's another one. There. There's a set of static puzzles. So they're not quite like regular static puzzles because they are different every time you load the game, but they're not hub world puzzles. They are a self-contained set over here. And I'd like to do that. Hold on, we have a red shy aura, which means we don't look at him. And boom, there we go. I think red is the no looky. Green is the no movement. Blue is the sneaky one. And purple is the flight. Okay, I don't see the rift here. So let's head up this way. Yep, brand new set of Myopia Arrow puzzles, so we're going to do these. So this has to be like that for sure. We've got to populate all of the non-arrow sides with at least one. This has to be the case. Connect all light cells. Exactly 1 symbol per dark area. Cool. So this has to be a dark cell as well. This has to be, which is going to solve this one nicely. This can be dark or that can be dark, not sure, but these can't connect to each other, so yeah, those are dark. So this has to be the 6. That's the 4. Light cells are connected. This 5 is then finished off. There you go, that's a pretty good puzzle. We've got, this has to be a light cell for sure. These are light. This means those are light. Ooh, so that is, well, this is gonna go. That's gotta be like that. This has to point to that. That can't be like that, so we could make this a light cell. I'm not sure. No, that's right, because behind it's gotta be the arrow. We're done? Yeah, we're done. That's a pretty good puzzle, too. How about you? There. Get the backsides of the arrows. No checkerboards. No 2 dark areas have the same shape and size, and all dark regions have area 4. So we've got tetrominoes. This has to connect like so. So this could be your T or your L piece or your S piece. This can't be, so we have to do this. And in fact, this has to be your L piece. No checkerboards means we can't put that there. That can't be piece. This could point all the way out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is fine. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is also possible. Well, if we had this, we would have to do this. We'd have to make the S piece here, which is totally fine. But we'd end up in trouble here. So this has to be like so. If this is dark, great, then this definitely is. We can't have the L piece, so it will in fact be the I piece like this. This is going to come out, and it can't connect there. It will come up this way. It can't be the L piece, so it can be the T or the S. All dark regions of area 4. No checkerboards means we do this. We can't have the L, so it is in fact the T, and we're done. So these have to be like so. This has to be a dark cell. These have to be dark cells. No checkerboard patterns. All dark regions have area 5. Let's see. That's got to be there. So these have to come out. And it's going to be like this. What's next? No checkerboards. No checkerboards is going to force this, which means one of these 3 has to be dark, so no matter what this one is, this one has to be, and these 2 have to be. No checkerboards will force this piece to be like so. So this piece will probably connect to here because we don't have enough space to do otherwise. This has to connect within one of these 2. So I think this is the solution. Nice. Let's save the 2-star puzzle for last, shall we? So this can point anywhere. These have to be like so. Oops, like this. So we don't want to make squares, so we are going to force this. Connect all dark cells has to happen. No squares. There has to be a dark cell within one of those 2. This is still possible. Connect dark cells, though. If I did this, I would have to bring dark cells around this way and here. Actually, is there any way this is a light cell? Yes, because then there'd be a dark cell coming up around here. We don't want squares, so this does have to be a dark cell. Oh, hold on, I have to do this. Connect all dark cells. No squares. Don't have to connect all light cells, though, so I could do that. Let's see. I see. So we do have to connect dark cells through here and through there. No squares is going to force that. Any other square potential? This could be the way it is. No, if I bring this around, then this has to be a dark cell. If I bring this around, then those are dark cells. So no matter what, these are dark cells. Can't do anything about it. This also has to be a dark cell. So that means we gotta come around. We do have to do this, though. No squares is gonna force us to do it this way. No squares. Like this. Nice puzzle. I like that one a lot. Here. Okay, don't make a black square. We connect all dark cells. Exactly one symbol per light area. These can't connect. These can't connect. In fact, both of these have to be dark cells, which means, well, we kind of already knew both those had to be dark cells. This could be dark, we're not sure. This can't be light because we have to connect all dark cells, which means we do have to bring them through here. Can I just finish this off? Yeah, I can just finish that off. Yeah, exactly one symbol per light area. How about this 4-star puzzle right here? So that's going to be there. Let's get these set up the way they should be. Connect all light cells, one symbol per dark area. Okay, so the 5 is going to connect to here. That is non-negotiable from this. We could connect 2 away or 1 away. I'm not sure which is better. This has to be 1 away. This could connect to this 5, but it's probably going to be this one. But without a for sure knowledge, I'm going to hold off on that. One of these two. We could have it this way, we could do it this way, we could do it this way. Either one of those is fine. This one I'm not 100% sure on. Is the connect all light cells going to help me out here? Don't know yet. I know I can't connect this far out, so it's either these two, or these two, but it doesn't help me yet. If I did this, I would have to put a light cell here, which could be a problem. I don't have to worry about squares. Is there a reason why I'd want a dark cell up there? I don't know. This definitely will connect to here. But if it connects like in through here, I see, we gotta connect the light cells, so we do have to do this. Which means this is how we connect these. This could be here or there. Actually, if this were here, we would end up blocking the light cells. So this is how this 5 is connected. This would block light cells, so that's how that is connected. We have to do this now. Oops. This has to connect somehow. Light cells will all connect, so we'll block that in. This does connect down here. This is going to connect to here somehow. Not sure yet how. But this will come up. I don't really want to block. Like, if I did this, I would avoid blocking stuff off, whereas this would block it off. Let's think about that. This is not going to connect because it's one symbol per dark area. So this has to be a dark cell. It's going to connect to that. One of these two has to be dark, and it has to be this one. So there we go. I think this is our way forward. That's a good one, too. Last but not least, we have a 2-star puzzle here. Connect dark cells, connect light cells. Don't make squares. Alright. We gotta have another dark cell closer than this. Any other things I can get from here? One of these two is dark. But I don't know which one. Well, if this is dark and this is dark, we could do this. But either way, it is possible to avoid, but we can't avoid a square. Huh. Well, the trouble is we're going to have to block it off in some way like this. So, like, I think I want something like this. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. I'm not entirely sure what, though. if I have this, I would have to have a dark cell here. Whereas if I did this, I would have to have a dark cell here. So this for sure is a dark cell. Is there a way to know this one? If this is a light cell, that's fine. If this is a dark cell, we force this, and we would end up having... Yeah, we end up having a problem. Right? Well, let me look at that rule again. So, like, if I put a dark cell here, now light cells cannot connect around this edge. They would connect around this edge, which would break both of these arrows. So this has to be a light cell. There could be a dark cell. No, the light cells can never connect around this edge, so light cells have to connect around this edge. So there's dark cells up here somewhere. Any other... These could both be like this. I can't do this, can I? Because now... No, I could do this. This would be a problem, I think, because how would I solve this issue here? Like this? How do I do this part then? So that... Let's go back to this. If I do this, how do I solve this issue? I would end up... Because there can't be checkerboards anywhere, so I'd have to do all of this. I can't do this. I'd have to do it like... checkerboard. So this can't be... It could be this? I'm just trying everything. No, it can't. So it does have to be right next to like this. Now this one is one of these two, which means all of those are dark cells. At least that one is a dark cell. Let's see. Could do it like this. No. Well, if this is... We would probably have an issue. No, we're good. That's it. That's a pretty good puzzle. That one stumped me a couple times. Okay, now that we've done all of that, we're going to head over to good old Shady Wildwood. And in addition to doing the quest for perfection, I'm going to solve some puzzles. So we are going this way. I'll solve puzzles on the way, but I won't go far out of my way to get anything. Is this a movement guy? Yeah, you're movement. Nope. You're either a sneaker or a no-look guy. Either way, we'll take care of you that way. We got some sentinel stones we could do. From here, maybe? No, probably not from here. I have to move too far over, and I lose. Nope. That is, in fact, correct. Sightseer. That... Ooh. Is it that building? I think that's the building I'm looking at, but what end is it from? It might be from up here? This might indeed be it. Yes. Am I on the right track? Sort of. Still this way. Wandering Echo. Why not? As long as you take me closer, it'd be great. You're going the wrong way, buddy. Am I going in circles? I'm going in circles. Cool. There's one over here as well. Cool. Getting closer, but it is this direction. How about you, Skydrop Land? I hear the arch. Okay, where am I? Need to keep going this way. Oop, there's a cube. Oh, whatever. I moved on too fast. There's a logic grid I can solve. Don't make this pattern. What the heck? That's a difficult pattern to look at. This can't be a dark cell because no matter what, I would have to fill all of these dark and we'd be in trouble. So this is a light cell and this is a light cell. That's a weird-ass puzzle. Here we go. There. I see an archway here. And there's our quest for perfection. So, in the Autumn Falls one, it took me quite a while to get this, so let's hope we don't take quite as long here. Connect all dark cells. That's all we know. So we know this will happen. We know this will happen and that. That will happen. This cannot be a light cell. Because then the dark cells... No, the dark cells can't connect because we'll end up blocking. Right? Yeah, so that's a dark cell. That is finished. I don't know anything else about this. I just have to make sure the 6... So the 3 can't escape this far. The 6... The 3, in fact, cannot come out this way at all. Can the 3 come this way? No, because then the 6 doesn't have room. So that's the 6, that's the 3. Connect all dark cells, that's all we know. 8 has to come up and out. This has to come out, which means that has to come out, which means this has to come out, and this has to come out. Done. That is 8 now. Let's block it off. Since all of these connect, we do have to do this and that. Here's the 5. The 4 is now complete. The 5 is now complete. This has to connect. If I did this, would be good. Oh boy, no dominoes. So that's all we know. So we know these have to be like so. These cannot connect to each other. The 5 is going to come out this way. Now the only way to make this 5 without making a domino is to put this piece here so that we can make this shape. The 8s can connect to each other just fine. The 9 can connect to here just fine. 8 is going to come out this way, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could do it this way. This cannot connect for sure, so now we have the 8 complete. This would overload the 3. This would overload the 3, so that's done. 4. If I hit this piece, we would have 7, and we would do this to make the 8. That is quite possible. I have to blow my nose. Enjoy that wonderful sound. Now, if I made this a dark cell, how would I make this work? I don't know if I would be able to. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we would end up with overloading. So I think this is a light cell, and that's a light cell. That's my guess. But it's just a guess. I don't want to guess. So is this going to come out this way? If this were to come out this way, we would have a dark cell here, and a light cell there, and then a dark cell here. And that's no good, because then the 9 has nowhere to go. So this is, in fact, a dark cell. So now this would overload, so we do have to do this. We have 7. The only thing we could do to prevent this is that's the light cell. Now we have 8. These are like so. Now, if the 7... If the 9 comes up here, this would be a dark cell, and that would be a light cell they'd connect. So the 9 cannot come up there. If the 9 connects here, this is a dark cell, and there's only room for 6 spaces here. So that's no good. So the 9's also blocked there. Which means the 7 is going to be like this. The 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. That one was trickier. Connect dark cells, that's all we know. Okay, this also has to escape. And this 5 is now complete. This 8 still has to come out. 7 has to come out there, so the 4 is now done. 7. That has to come out. 5, 6, 7, 8. Complete. Connect dark cells. So far, we're not looking at a lot of really complicated mechanics, which I'm okay with at the moment. That can't go there. Let's see. That's got to come down. This does have to connect. That's going to end this. This has to come up, so does that, but these can't connect to each other. It'll overload the 5, so we're going to come out this way. This forces this, so these are done. This comes out, we're at 6, we're fine. This 5 comes out, so it's done. 4 is also complete, like so. This 5 is complete. 8 is one more. 7 is, there we go. Okay, we're going to continue. Excuse me. Connect dark cells. Okay, so far so good. This comes out, which means we have this. Okay, this is 6, so this is blocked. This 5 is complete. This 6 continues. It's done, and we're good. Don't make dominoes and area numbers, but that's all we know. The 7 does have to come out. Cannot connect to the 9 or the 4. Now, can this 4 connect up here? If it does, this has to be a dark cell, and then the 4 connects to the 7, so that has to be a dark cell. Okay, we're getting somewhere. 6, 7, 8. There, that can't connect. We're at 8 for this, but it can't connect here. That can't connect. We have the 9 complete. That's 5. This would be a bad idea here. 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's good. Connect all dark cells. Oh boy, this is trickier. I can make an inference here. Let's see where this 4 is going to go. This 4 can be in this space, this space, this space, and that space. That's it. Connect all dark cells. It's going to force these. So the 5 comes out. No guarantees. This is going to connect to this 5. But this has to be all dark cells. Which means this is a dark cell as well. So this has to be a light cell. That is done. 4 is also done, which finishes the puzzle. Connect dark cells, that's all I know. Four is complete. That comes out. That cannot do its thing, so this also has to come out. 5. This comes out at least once. So once more, and we finish off the 6. The 4 is going to be a straight line. The 3 is going to be a straight line. This 3 is a straight line. The 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe? Yeah. And then that's a dark cell. Excuse me. Having more trouble breathing than usual today. Connect dark cells. These come out, so dark cells connect. That gives me 5, that gives me 6, that gives me the 7. That comes out that far. These come out. Seems like we have a theme going on here. Connect dark cells. I'm so stressed right now, you have no idea. I'm just trying to do this without making any mistakes. We'll see if we can. So connecting dark cells is going to force this. This has to come out. That has to come out. So we have this. These come out. So now the 4 is done. The 6 is also done. And the 5 is done. Don't make dominoes. 8 has to come out. 6 can go once this way, but it does have to go up this way. So it does, in fact, do this. This is also a dark cell. That's a dark cell. There we go. There's our 5. The 6 can't connect here. It would overload. Is there any way the 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It doesn't have to connect here. In fact, if it does connect here, this is a dark cell. We don't have enough room for the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this has to be a dark cell. And now the 8 has to be all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 9, I think, has to connect here, which means the 4 will not. The 4 is complete. The 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Connect dark cells. So the 5 has to be in these 5 spaces, the only way it fits. Ah, wrong button! Come on! Alright, well, we made one mistake. See, that's the thing, is like, you'll just accidentally click wrong once, and then, well, that's that. That has to come through here. That has to come out. That has to come out. We don't know about these 2 yet. We do know that is like this. Now the 8 can't connect down here, so it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it can't connect to here either. That's got to be a dark cell. So we have to come through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That will determine this. Don't make dominoes. Don't make dominoes here. That will come out though. This can't be a light cell because then that would be a dark cell. So we finish off the 6. The 5 is going to have to be this piece. It's the only way to make the 5 work. The 6 is going to be all of these. The 5 is going to come here and there. If this 8... Actually, can it not connect to here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it will connect to this piece, so we can't connect it to the 4. That would overload it. This would be a problem, so that finishes it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will have to connect here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can do this. No dominoes. So how am I going to figure it out from here? So this 9 cannot touch the 4. So the 4 is not going to go this far. What if it only was this far? Like the 4, I'm going to block it off in this space rather than this space. If this were part of the 8, I'd have to block off the 9 here, and then the 9 would not be able to escape. So that has to be like this. It's got 5, 6. This will have to come out this way, and it will also have to be blocked here, because the 9 cannot... This has to be a light cell. So that has to be blocked. This would overload. So with that. So I think I got the 8 finished. The 4 is finished here. These would... Well, this would overload for sure. This one overloads. The 4 goes down there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, just don't misclick. Connect all dark cells. That. 3 and 8 cannot connect to each other. Let's see, this 3 could go anywhere. We're not totally sure yet. I'm not sure where this 8's gonna go at the moment. Well, this 8, if it came up around here, it can only go this far. That's 4 pieces, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it does have to come down this way. So our 4 now is somewhat blocked in. This has to come out. I don't have to worry about squares of any kind. The 8 also has to come. So if this is a light cell, that's a light cell. So we know both of those are light. So that is the 8. Complete. That has to come out. That has to come out. So the 3 is done. 6 of our pieces there. And we're good. Okay, we can't do this. Don't make squares. That's all we know. Don't make squares. So this 9 can go one more space this way. But it has to come down through here. For sure. We can grab these 2 spaces if we want. We can grab one of these 2 spaces if we want. So we do have to bring it down again. This 9 cannot go up here. That would be a break in the game. This can come down once, so it does have to come over twice. The 6 can only occupy 3 of these spaces, so 4, 5, 6 for sure. So we got 6 spaces. We can occupy one of these, and we have to occupy both of these. 9 is to come down again. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So of all these spaces, is there any way to not occupy this one? 5, 6, 7, 8, it has to occupy that one. Is there a way it doesn't occupy here? 5, 6, 7, 8, it has to occupy that. No squares means that it is in fact complete. Cool. No squares, that's all we know. These can connect to each other just fine. This 8 has to come down through here. That's 8. That's 3. 6. That means that's a dark cell. This can come up this far, but has to go over 1. It has to go over 1 that way as well. Whichever direction this goes, this other piece will go all the way the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But I can't make squares. Is there any way not to have this piece? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's a 9, which means that is not. This has to come around that way. 7, 8, 9. So that's going to come out this way, and we're done. Connect all dark cells. Okay. Well, this can come up one space, but it does have to come out this way. Darks come around that way, or it can come through here. We're not sure yet. The 7 can move back here and here, but it does have to come out this way at some point, which is going to block these off. The 8 can come down, but only one space, so it does have to come up. It can come around this way, but it does have to come up here. Connect dark cells means this can't be a dark cell. This will have to connect here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. There we go. 4 has to come out. The 7 will come out as well, so now we have this. That's a dark cell for sure. This has to come out one more. That's done. This will probably connect to that 7. 4, 5, 6, yes. That will connect there. This could go up this... No, actually the dark cells now have to come through here. So the 6 is done. The 7 is done. There we go. That was a little trickier than I thought it would be. Connect all dark cells once more. The 4 is complete. The 5... Well, this has to come out. Dark cells have to come out. That's got to come out. 6. This will not connect to this 8. Let's see here. This has to come out. That finishes the 8 off. That finishes the 8 off. Let's see. Blow my nose again. What's going on with my nose today? That's 6 out of 7. This cannot connect there. So that, I finished the 5 off. Okay, so close. No squares. That's all we know. Let's see here. The 8, the most it could fill in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but it can't fill all of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will come out this way. So is it possible to have this be a dark cell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is not possible. So this is how we're going to do things. That is finished. The 4 is done. The 8 is done. Those 9s connect. This 8, at best, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to have these positions here. 4, 5, 6, 7. So this will connect here. 6 pieces. Got 6 of that. This cannot be a light cell. So that has to be 7, 8, 9, and then the 8's got to be these 2. Connect dark cells is all we know. The 7 can come up 1, but it does have to come out this way. That's the 3 done. Okay, 5 has to come out. 7 is complete. 5 is complete. 3 is complete here. There we go. Don't make squares, that's all we know. I'm always just so tense. Like, you can't see right now. Like, all my muscles are clenched up trying to do this puzzle. So these do have to escape. The 3 is complete. The 5 can go here, but it definitely has to come out this way. The 7 has to come out this way, and the 5 will come out 1 more. So the 5 is actually done. That's 7, 8. 7 will have to go here, and there's no squares, which means it has to continue this way. So to make 9 without making a square, I think I have to bring this. Okay, almost there. No squares. That's for sure. That connects the 8s to each other. The 8 can come up here. So imagining squares were allowed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This definitely has to come through here. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. This can't make squares though, so only one of these. So at most, these 2, these 4, it would have to connect here. That finishes the 8 entirely. No squares. The 9 will have to go to this spot. And these 2. The 5 needs to hit 5 spots, so that's it. This is the last one. Connect dark cells. these two will not connect to each other, but that will. That will come through. That will come through. The 3 is complete. 5, 7. This could be a light cell or a dark cell. We're not sure yet. The 5 has to hit this cell. And that one. The 6s are going to be like this. Oh, I did it. First try. One mistake, and it's because I accidentally misclicked. So it still counts as a mistake, but it's not a mistake of not knowing the puzzle. It's a mistake of just clicking too fast. Okay. Well, that's that. I'm going to stop there. It's been a wonderful day. I hope you have a good one too. Bye.